The unspoken absolute rule of the Medellin cartel was clear. No man, regardless of his loyalty or lethality, was permitted to blaspheme or offend the great lord, Pablo Escobar. A young hitman known as La Yuca had quickly forgotten that definitive commandment. He was rising too fast, becoming too bold, and eventually he wanted more than the Patrón himself. La Yuca's ambition was a cancer within the organization. He started to grumble, complaining to other members of La Oficina that he deserved more power and more cash. His discontent peaked when, after receiving his cut of $750,000 seized from a victim, he cursed Escobar's name, claiming, "The boss does nothing and keeps too much money." Not content with just verbal defiance, La Yuca began showing up at the office with his own hired bodyguards, a profound act of disrespect, an open challenge to the man whose security detail he was supposed to be a part of. One day, in a fit of rage and defiance, he snapped a billiard cue in half. Pablo, ever in control of his inner storms, simply responded with eerie serenity. "Go, calm down, and we'll talk later." That serenity masked a lethal decision. Moments later, El Doctor called in El Chopo and Elkin Correa. "I haven't slept in days," Pablo confessed. "I sleep with a submachine gun next to me because La Yuca has me on edge. I have to eliminate him before he eliminates me." Measuring their loyalty, he watched as the two lieutenants immediately agreed to the kill. They were already fed up with La Yuca's arrogance too. This moment signaled a critical shift in the cartel's history, as the Magical One began to systematically detach himself from anyone who could become a competitor. Internal rivalries were already creating chaos, with lieutenants forming factions, competing over women, cars, money, and prestige, even resorting to killing each other's bodyguards and messengers. A few days later, on June 18, 1986, La Yuca arrived at the office. Near the entrance, he encountered two old associates from La Estrella. One of them immediately accused him of being a thief. After a 5-minute argument, the accuser unloaded a spray of gunfire. The second man finished the job, firing the rounds that killed La Yuca, leaving behind his 4-year-old son. When La Yuca's stunned bodyguards attempted to react, they were immediately surrounded and told to remain calm. "The boss will explain everything now." Pablo Escobar emerged from his office. "I had him killed because he became too ambitious," he declared. "I don't want a war with any of you. I'm going to give 50 million pesos to each of you so you can leave in peace." The show of cold power worked. While some took the money and left, others swore renewed fidelity and stayed on to work for him. La Yuca's body was later dumped on a roadside, carefully staged to make it appear as if he had been killed by authorities. A final chilling act that reminded every Sicario of the ultimate consequence of forgetting who was truly in charge. Tap follow / subscribe now. We're breaking down the biggest stories, and you need to be here for the next piece of the puzzle. Join the conversation and stay informed.